Welcome back, everyone. Well, when you've been around the block a few times like myself, you realize that this particular political season is the most contentious, I think, ever. And a lot of people, now we don't editorialize here, but a lot of people really feel that the choice from the two major political parties is really a limited choice. And you hear the phrase, I'm going to hold my nose before I vote. Well, I don't have a feeling, I don't think that's what the Founding Fathers had in mind. But lo and behold, in Warren County, the Libertarians have put their stake down. And a couple of months ago, I asked Christopher Schmidt, who is a temporary chair of the Libertarian Party, to come in so we could give you more information about the party. And we invited him back again because there's been some momentum. So, Christopher, welcome back.
Thanks, Justin.
Very nice to have you here. Since the last time you've been here, there's been some movement. The Libertarians picked their candidate for president and for vice president.
Correct. Gary Johnson ended up winning, two-time governor of New Mexico, and Bill Weld, the two-time governor of Massachusetts. So,
I think important to note, anybody who follows politics, you're talking about two former Republican governors in clearly Democratic states, right?
Yeah, 2 for 1. They won twice as well in right. 2 for 1 states.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, Gary Johnson, what just loosely, what kind of platform are we talking about here?
Fiscally conservative and socially tolerant. This is a big portion of Gary's platform. He obviously he's very pragmatic, and he understands what needs to be addressed, such as Social Security and how to fix those type of problems. So he has a wide range. He's been around. He knows how to get things done, and he's not just idealistic. He's pragmatic, which the Libertarian Party needs right now. So,
you know, maybe I'm being a little too generic about this, but one thing that you do like that I find interesting when I listen to the Libertarians speak is that it's kind of get out of my pocket.
Yeah, and out of my bedroom.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, right. Maybe that's for a different conversation. But you're right. In other words, again, kind of just generally speaking, you know, the idea that the government and taxes and whatever, that kind of money would be better spent, better allocated if people get to hold on to that money themselves.
Exactly. Even if you look at Elise Stefanik and her support for this block grant locally, what if the people had the money in the beginning and just spent it? Why do we have to have it siphoned from the federal government, from our pockets, and then sent back to us? It's kind of redundant. It's ridiculous, and it gets misallocated, and we see a lot of corruption. So.
Yeah, I think that that's probably very true. What Christopher is referring to is lately I received a word from Elise Stefanik's office that they were supporting a block grant initiative here in Warren County that was supported by another political party, and that she was reaching across the aisle because they wanted to take that block grant and give local authority more say in spending of that money. And what you're saying is why do that to start with? Yeah. Leave that money in the pocket of the taxpayer.
Exactly. You could be paying for your health care, for your college, for your child's future, your own 401k. You know, so.
Now, one other thing I've noted, you go back, I think the last time an independent candidate had this kind of impact was Ross Perot, polling under 10%, then moving over 10%. But some of the polling I just saw put Gary Johnson at 12%.
Correct, yeah.
Well, that's quite an impact.
Good. And he hasn't even gotten to the debates yet. So once we get him into the debates, and I think we'll make a larger impact and start spreading the ideas more. That's what people are looking for. You see a lot of independents, or the rise of independents and Libertarian Party and the Green Party. And this is because people are tired of the old two-party system, and we want new ideas and our life, our freedom. You know, we're tired of Washington and Albany controlling every decision that is made, and we want our power back. So I think
hence the name Libertarian, by the way.
Exactly.
Is there a threshold in terms of polling or percentages to be able to participate in the national debates?
We have to get at least three 15% polling numbers. So
consecutive. Right.
He's at 12 currently, and within the next week or two, we might be able to get them up another percentage point, and every week it's been incrementally moving up. So by the time the election comes around, I think we should be doing decently, making an impact. So
well, you know what? I think that there's, I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow night or whatever, but I remember the CNN is doing a town hall and with Gary Johnson. And, you know, that kind of national exposure, of course, then builds awareness, and it might hit that. You know, you almost have to say, though, you know, be careful what you wish for. How would you like to be the third party in a debate between Trump and Clinton?
Oh, my God.
He's got, I think he's got to be a referee.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly right. The Bill of Rights always seems to be front and center with the Libertarians, right?
I agree. Yeah. This is the founding of our nation. We're a land of laws, and it's a lot of people in upstate New York have seen with the Second Amendment. There's a lot of backlash and pressure to regulate my weapons or anybody else's weapons in this country. And it's a very sacred right, which is given to the individual just like the rest of the Bill of Rights, freedom of speech or freedom from search and seizure. The protection's against the government, not against the individual. They're not regulations of the individual. So this we should keep in mind, and Libertarians really support this founding concept and these ideals.
I got you. Now, the Libertarian Party, Warren County, or the Warren County Libertarian Party, they don't have an office set up anywhere in Warren County, but they've got a Gmail account. Warren County Libertarians at Gmail. Warren County Libertarians at Gmail. And if any of you out there feel like we do here, it's nice to check the options out. A lot of people know how to steal thunder this day in politics, and a lot of untruths flying around. And when you talk about the essential principles of what makes a democracy, you might just want to check out some of the things that the Libertarians are saying. One last thing for you, Chris. Realistically, a real uphill fight for Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's really the point, right?
No, it's about spreading the ideas, getting him on the ballot. He's going to be in all 50 states. We have to get him up on the debate stage. And once we get him into the national elections, if we can at least get him to 5%, we have guaranteed ballot access. This is a huge portion of the Libertarian Party's problem right now. We have to spend a lot of money in order to get petitions filled.
Yeah, I'm sure it's typical.
It's a couple dollars, you know, each signature pretty much. Once we get on there, we'll have automatic ballot access, and we need that, and those are our goals. We have to be pragmatic and get to make small steps, and same on the opposite way. Bringing the power back down to the people. You know, if we can lower the interest or the taxes 1%, that's good. Let's start there, you know? So find where we can bring power back to the people.
Power to the people. Uh-oh, that's a phrase that people my generation use. Great, Christopher, thank you very much for coming in. Again, I encourage all of you, the more information we have, the more informed our decisions are. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
Good. Nice to see you again. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.